Hey there, this is Dave from The Greg and Dave Show. Thank you for listening to the following broadcast here on Public House Media.
This is Ryan Pierce, host of Completely Serious here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Completely Serious, where we talk about sports and have fun with great guests. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you'll never miss an episode of Completely Serious. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Morning. Have you ever experienced a really difficult situation that made you think, whoa, life is important? Or something that's challenged you that's made you kind of stop and think like, ooh, I need to do something differently with my life. I need to make a change. You know, a lot of people have some sort of life-altering experience like a car accident or a near-death experience, and it really makes them stop and think about what their purpose is in life or what they're doing with their life or how they can make a change. I don't want you to have to go through a life-altering event like that. I don't want you to go through a near-death experience to figure out how challenge can change you. I want you to be able to learn from other people's experiences, take a few tips from today, and figure out how you can change the course of your life by changing one little degree of the direction that you're going and see how far what different life ends up being. So today, good morning. My name is Kim Meyer. I am founder of Choose to Rise, ChooseToRiseUp.com, and the team Rise and Fit. And we are here to help women be the very best, rise up out of their current situation and be their best self. So whether that's, in health, whether that's in fitness, whether it's in nutrition, whether it's in mindset, helping women and men, but mostly women, be their best self, get out of those self-limiting beliefs, get out of overcoming the challenges of life and being who they're meant to be, who God's predetermined in their life, who they're going to be and how you can be the very best self. So today I want to talk to you about why we maybe need some challenges in our life. Like nobody wants to hear, yes, hard times, you need them in your life, but it's true. Sorry. Truth hurts sometimes. And so today I'm going to talk to you, give you like 7 tips on why challenge may be exactly what you need in your life, why challenges exist for a reason, and challenges that are not necessarily a horrible thing to have in your situation. So meeting challenges builds inner strength and allows one to face a greater challenge in the future. Have you ever gotten through something and you're like, oh, I'm proud of that. Hey, I made it. Or it's good to know that when the next time something happens, you're going to be able to be a little bit stronger and a little bit more capable of accomplishing something. The next time you kind of face that challenge or the next time that circumstance comes up, you have a little more confidence in yourself because I've made it through this before. I can achieve this again. Kind of think about a kid riding a bike, learning to ride a bike, and they get up and they get going and they fall off, and they get up and they get going and they fall off. Do they stop and just say, when they get to I'm never going to be able to ride a bike? Or do they keep going? Because then once they actually get going, there's that freedom there that every time that something new comes up, they're able to overcome it because they know that they were able to overcome it in the past. So maybe it's learning to walk. Maybe it's learning to ride a bike. Maybe it's learning to ride rollerblades. Maybe it's, going. Maybe it's finding a new job. Maybe it's relationships, a bullying situation, something. Whenever a challenge comes your way, and you're able to overcome, whether it's a little challenge or a big challenge, it's going to give you more confidence and strength to keep moving. Challenges can help one to learn and many new things in life. And so when you really think about the things that are actual challenges in our life, things that the reasons why we are able to keep moving forward, is because we're able to take those challenges head on and really do something different with it. If we one of the things that we can do is taking action in the face of challenge forms a sense of self-responsibility instead of looking to others as a source of blame or to help. If we can just, be our own self, set ourselves up on our own bootstraps and just go for it, and really take responsibility for what we're doing and keep moving forward. So eventually I'm going to get to these tips. I just want to talk to you a little bit about it. So confidence and pride comes when you are moving forward in faith, moving forward in confidence, moving forward and getting through it. I think about the two situations where, are you a buffalo or are you a cow? When a storm comes and you're out in the open range, like picture yourself like out in like South Dakota or whatever, like thinking about Custer Park, like when we went there this summer, this beautiful open space, and this huge storm comes rolling in over you. Are you the buffalo or are you the cow? And you might be saying, what's the difference, Kim? And I'm telling you that a buffalo is going to go into the storm. So like picture, those of you that are watching, you can see like my storm is coming over and the buffalo goes into the storm, because the buffalo understands that if I go into the storm is going to eventually move over me and I can get out of it faster. It's faster to go into the storm and get to the other side than it is to try to run from the storm, and it's going to keep chasing me, right? When something challenging happens to you, when something is coming at you, it's so much easier in life to face it and get past it, go the opposite direction of it, or the, in the sense kind of to go face it and go after it than it is to run from it, because it's always going to be chasing you at that point. So, liberate yourself by accepting responsibility, leverage your opportunities that you have, take it on as a challenge to improve your life. And those are the things that are going to help transform who you are as a person. And they're going to help you transform as an individual, but also transform your life in accepting challenges and overcoming it. So the 7 ways to kind of deal with the challenges as they come forward. You may be saying, great, but how do I do that? Is 1, don't overreact. So a situation comes, I'm this cow or I'm this buffalo standing in the field, and this big storm starts rolling in. How am I going to react? Am I going to flip out and freak out and overreact and run from it? No, I want to be calm, I want to be confident, and I want to think about what is happening. I want to give myself that 30,000 foot view and say, what's going on in this situation? How can I analyze what's happening here, and then move calmly through the storm and get out of it? Now, I was thinking about Custer Park and thinking about storms. My family actually got caught up in a storm while we were in Custer Park. So this past summer, we took a first family trail ride, and our kids have been exposed to horses for a long time. I'm a rider. My husband grew up with horses, and so we for the first time, like we've always had a limited number of horses, and so it's like the kids went riding or we went riding, but together now it's the first time all 4 of us are riding, and we're on this trail ride at this little place, so they're very calm horses, but my 5-year-old and my 8-year-old are on these horses for the first time, really kind of by themselves, like are moving along. And this literally a hailstorm comes through. So if you know anything about horses and riding, like a hailstorm comes in, they just kind of want to turn their butts into it. They stayed calm. My children stayed extremely calm, which was amazing. But the people behind us, there was 2 families. There was our family of 4 and another family of 4. And the other family of 4 really knew nothing about horses, or they were just kind of there, kind of like just experiencing it, which is awesome. But when the storm came in, they started to overreact. The one youngest boy, whatever, he was much older than my own children. He started screaming. He started flipping out. And guess what his horse did? Turned around, got all flustered, like it was feeling its anxiety. And so have you ever noticed that in your own life, like when you overreact, people around you overreact, and then pretty soon everyone's like, whoa, running around like crazy people? Calm yourself down, relax. And when my children, I'm sure, were scared out of their minds, but they were very calm. They stayed calm. We stayed calm as adults. They stayed calm as kids. They were able to kind of stay on the entire way. We made it back through the storm. It was hailing on us. We were drenched in cold rain. But when you overreact to a situation, you take all of sense out of it. You overreact to a situation, you bring all kinds of crazy emotion to it, and you can't make good decisions. So staying calm, not overreacting, and being present in the moment is the second step. Accept the present moment reality. So we could have completely freaked out that it was raining and then hailing on us. And I could have completely freaked out as a mom thinking, this is the first time my children have ever been in this situation. Like, oh my goodness. But I stayed calm. I talked them through it. We said, stay on your horse, relax, direct your horse, move forward, let's just get back to the barn. Right. And we also could have been like, We could have, the third thing is don't blame others. We could have totally like blamed the guide and said, you should have gotten us back sooner. We should have taken that other shortcut route. We should have watched the weather, not maybe let us go. Like we all knew that there was a possibility of a storm that day, but we took the risk. We took the chance. And so blaming other people is never going to help you get out of a situation. It's only going to bring more emotion to the situation, bring negative feelings to the situation, and never get you going any farther than you really ever want to be. So make sure that you are not overreacting. You're accepting the present moment reality. It is what it is. So accept it and figure out how you can get past it. Don't blame other people, and then practice detachment, kind of like a 30,000 foot view that I was talking about before. When you're able to really look at things from the top level, and really look at what's happening around you instead of getting caught up in the actual moment and overreacting to something, you're able to look at all the opportunities. So when you can elevate yourself and look at all the options, you can see the best one versus staying clouded and freaking out and not being able to see anything in front of you. The fifth step is don't overanalyze though. So once you get up to that 30,000 foot view, don't paralyze yourself with making decisions. Make the best decision that you were able to make and move through it. So if you're the cow or the buffalo in the situation, the buffalo is going to say, hey, I've been in this situation before. Storms have come in before. When I've run from it, I've gotten super tired. So now I'm going to look up on my 30,000 view and say, hey, the storm is coming in from this way. I'm going to walk into it this way and get past it. I'm going to look for the best option. Now it may say, without looking overhead, they may make a bad choice and move, parallel to it. But it's, perpendicular to it. So they're kind of always in it, but you never know. But making a change, moving forward in a situation is always going to get you farther than staying still, paralyzing yourself, or running from it and always being chased by it. The sixth thing that you can do is just accept the changes in your life. Not everybody likes change, but knowing that change is inevitable and knowing that change is always going to be present, accepting that life is going to give you change and accepting the changes that in your life that are happening, not necessarily settling in that change, but accepting that it's there and then dealing with the new situation that's coming at you. Number 7 is don't compare your lifestyle with other people. So just because you have had a struggle and they've had a similar struggle doesn't mean you're living the same struggle. Just because everyone's life is different, everyone's purpose on this earth is different, every situation is different. So assuming that other people's struggle is the same as yours, or assuming that somebody else's story is the same as yours, is going to give you a life of comparison, which is going to take all joy out of you. It's going to you're probably going to overanalyze the situation because you're thinking about how they're overcoming or why are they getting over it faster than I am, and that paralyzes you in the situation. Think about ways that you can, live your life, your unique situation, your individual piece, and then how can you move past it? So again, like the simple steps, when something crappy happens, when there's a challenge in your life, whether it's small or it's really big, keep the emotion out of it. Don't overreact. Accept the present moment reality. Don't blame other people. Just think about what's happening in the situation. Everyone contributes something to a challenge. How did you contribute? How can we? Blaming other people never gets us any farther. And then practice detachment. Step yourself out of it. Take the emotion out of the piece. Figure out what your best next move is going to be. Don't overanalyze it though. Think about what's the best next step and move forward. A lot of times my kids will sit and think, I'll give them some options or some choices, and they'll sit and think and think and think and think. And I just start counting 5, 4, 3, 2, and like they have to make a decision or we move on. Like if they don't make a decision in 5 seconds, I make the decision for them. And it helps them. Don't overanalyze it. Just pick something. Make a change. Do something different and make a decision and go with it. And, it might not be the best decision, but you'll figure that out along the way and then you'll be able to fix it in the end. So making progress over perfection, moving forward in a way that you can just start and get going. The 6th thing again was accept changes in your life. Change is going to happen. Trying to run from change is never going to make it an easy situation, but accepting the change, figuring out what your new reality looks like and moving forward in that way. And then the seventh one is don't compare your lifestyle with other people. Everyone else has a completely different journey than you, and you're able to become a better person by owning your truth, owning your story, and owning who you are because of those struggles and those change. Everyone's going to have challenges in their life, whether, we've had challenges in our life from the very beginning. We're a tiny baby who needs every help and thing that we need to take care of our basic needs. We need someone to bathe us, to diaper us, to feed us, to whatever. And then when we get growing a little bit farther, we experience other challenges or changes when we're learning to walk, and then we're learning to crawl, and then we learn to walk. And when a baby is learning to do that, are we ever in a situation where we kind of put them down? Oh, you fell down, you should always stay down. Like, don't do that. No, we encourage them, we cheer them on, we help them get through it. So if you're experiencing challenge, reach out to somebody that's going to help encourage you and help you move forward in it. If you are walking alongside someone that's struggling or having a challenge, cheer them on, encourage them, help them take that 30,000 foot view, help them analyze the situation, help them accept the change and do something different versus always staying the same. Help them not blame people. So, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And change is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. A lot of times when we have difficulties, it's going to help strengthen your mind. It's going to help strengthen your body. It's going to help you be a stronger person and build character throughout your life. So accept challenge, accept change. And if it happens to be something that you that's a life-altering experience for you to get there, okay, but you don't necessarily have to be a horrible life thing to have happen to you. In my devotional today, it says Psalm 22:9. Yet you brought me out of the womb, you made me trust in you, even in my mother's breast. From birth I was cast on you, and from mother's womb you have been my God. Do not be far from me, for my trouble is near, and there is no one to help. If you absolutely don't have anybody else to go to him. The whole thing today is talking about tragedy and how you can overcome those things, how you can take those tragedies in life and come closer to God, that he's here to walk beside you, that you can come closer to a family member, to a friend, reach out to a trusted individual and overcome that change by accepting the challenge, by not reacting to the challenge, overreacting to the challenge, taking the emotion out of it, and moving forward in a way that is going to help you gain confidence and gain strength. Because next time you get a challenge, because you will be challenged for the rest of your life, next time you come to a challenge, you have more confidence and more strength to move forward in it. So that's my info for you today. I hope you have a great day. I hope that you're able to, when you come across a challenge today, because it is inevitable, it probably will happen today, that you're able to think about one of these things and come forward in a way that's going to help you get through it, that you're not overreacting, that you're accepting the present moment, you're not blaming other people, you're practicing detachment, not overanalyzing things, accepting the change, and don't compare your life with other people. When you compare, you take away all the joy. So I hope you today are able to rise up out of your current circumstances, accept the change, move forward in the change, be strengthened by the change in your life, and live a great day. It's Friday. I hope you're having I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I will see you again here on Public House Media on Monday, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Talk to you all soon.